edition. Trying to make sure that y'all can hear everything in the building. All right, try to share this. We are be discussing what in the world is going on with China. Is it true? Has China infiltrated our economy, our society? There's a lot of reports coming out that China is here. I hope you guys can hear me. Hear everything in the building. So, like I said before, this is the war of trying to save America. A lot of reports are coming out about China, and it's starting to make me really worried. Do we have an issue? So, do me a favor, go ahead on, get you a drink, get you maybe a glass of wine. Here, we're going to jump right into this. We are going to discuss the fight for America. What is going on with these Chinese spies? Here we go. What's going on, Patriots? Your boys in the building. What is going on? Going on? If this your first time tuning in, go ahead on and hit that like button. Also, to hit the subscribe button as well and hit the notification bell up top. If you are on my other platforms, go ahead on and follow your boy. This is an interesting topic tonight. Let's try to get some more people in here. Let's try to get more people in here because the more we can get, the more we can get this popping. Man, I'm telling y'all, the reports right now is straight bananas. The reports right now in America is straight bananas. Now, they are saying on a lot of conservative news outlets that China's extensive honey trap spy network could involve thousands of ploys underway now. Now, this is coming from an ex-operative. Now, this is the type of stuff that you would think that came out of a James Bond movie. This is the kind of stuff that you would think is out of a movie that come out of the theaters, but it's not. You got young, attractive women that are over here luring a rising political star into a romantic web, all the while collecting critical information to trickle back to her handler or big bosses back home. Now, I will be reading into the chats. I see what you're saying, Joe. Joe, I believe everything that you're saying. Like I said, share this. This is a lot, but guys, this is a lot. Now, ACOs revealed this week that there more than 6 years ago, we had a Democratic representative out of California, Eric Swalwell, had begun a relationship with a woman suspected of being a Chinese espionage operative. This woman was named Christina Fang, aka they call her Fang Fang. She was actually known to spend time a lot during her time in the U.S. and then she would go right back to Beijing. Now, he was alerted by federal investigators in 2015 and given a defense briefing when it resulted in him breaking off ties to the suspect. But he wasn't going to be the first or the last political person that's honey trapped, as they call it. Okay? Uh, Surmising that such schemes carried out by Chinese spies have long played out on U.S. soil and is still ongoing. I can say with a high level of confidence that there are many more of these women out there Daniel Hoffman, a retired CIA senior clandestine services officer, told Fox News. China's MO is to flood the zone. So y'all think about this. There's a lot of these women that are in the U.S. right now. Like I said, y'all need to share this broadcast. A lot of them is coming through all kinds of ways. They coming through uh, human trafficking, uh, posing as students, whatever. And they already know that a lot of these guys, especially a lot of these guys in powers that I consider squares, will fall for any type of woman that comes their way. You know what I'm talking about. These are guys that don't get a lot of play. These are guys that's always on the sidelines. They don't get a lot of women looking at them. So when they got this beautiful woman who's like, yo, I'm interested in you. I think you're hot, or she's exotic, she's Asian. And these are a lot of white liberal politicians, because these are ones that are real square. They get caught up in it. They get mesmerized. They put that stuff on them, and then this is what you got. You got a whole situation where you got a lot of people divulging a lot of information and don't even know that they're helping the damn enemy. Because China is not our friend. China is still upset by what happened in the wars we done had with them in World War II. So don't think China is sitting over there looking at us like we all cool. While several current and former intelligence and security officials and experts interviewed by Fox News said that it was impossible to put a number on how many honey trap scenarios might be in motion at present, one former defense and intelligence uh, uh, um, operative noted that it could be well into the hundreds, if not thousands. Such spies are assumed to be at top universities, known to speak perfect English, and routinely use social media platforms such as LinkedIn and Facebook to connect with their prey. And let me tell y'all something. Don't get twisted. A lot of these women are not just Chinese women as well. They probably got other foreign connections as well, because they already know that they're going to be looking for the Chinese. I wouldn't be surprised if they got some Americans over here that then already went over there and working for them too to get information. I mean, y'all got to understand this. This is not a game. This is not a game. Yeah, you're right, Joe. You're right. There are far fewer. And here's the thing too. The Chinese, the Asian women know that minorities like black men, Hispanic men, we are not really attracted to them like that, because they already know that they're slender, in built. Because most Chinese women are very slender, and a lot of the minority complex, and that's black men and Latino men, don't go for that. They know that. That's why they put their sights on white American politicians, because they know they like that, they into that, that's their kind of thing. They know that they could just make them get up just like that. And before you know it, they getting all the information they need. Look at what happened with this dude in California, Eric Swalwell. He still ain't said how much information he has divulged with this woman. He was with this woman for a hot minute, at least about 2 or 3 years, before he found out. A year. Yeah, she was with her for a year, he claimed, before he found out she was an operative. He met her in 2014, and they started getting busy, like immediately. I'm just telling you now, that's how these cats, that's how they work. They already know what to do. They've been trained by the best. They've been trained by the best, man. Now, but it's not only about admission big names. It's about having an eye for talent and starting with one star is about to begin rising. In Swalwell's case, he was seemingly ensnared by a woman named, like I said, Christine Fang, or Fang Fang, who helped raise money for his 2014 congressional reelection campaign and recruited at least one intern in his office. Exactly. However, U.S. investigators in the Northern California Bay Area believe Fang was also circling close to numerous up-and-coming politicians between 2011 and 2015, engaging in sexual relationships with at least two mayors in other states. You know what she was doing? She was getting the ins and outs of how the U.S. works, how the government is connected. And a lot of these guys knew somebody in Washington. Because you know how these cats, these politicians, they run their mouth in a minute and drop classified information between each other. It's what they do. Yeah, man, this going on. Don't tell nobody. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Sex or money. And like I said before, in California, especially, Asians in California and New York are very popular among a lot of white Caucasian men in these areas, in those major cities. And they already done did the research. They already know. That's why they own it. That's why they is like, oh, okay, this is all we gotta do. Oh, this gonna be it. This gonna be butter, baby. And that's exactly what they did. They ain't crazy. They already knew what they were doing. And I'm telling you now, the Chinese is like chameleons. You don't think they got this, they only just don't have Chinese women. I wouldn't be surprised if they also got men too on the low, hooking up, doing the same thing. Yeah, you're right. All is told between the sheets, bro. Now, according to the report, Fame was sent to gather information and attain influence on those rising in the ranks at the direct behest of China's Ministry of State Security, with a handler based out of the San Francisco. Oh man, San Francisco consulate. In 2015, her most high-profile associate, Swalwell, became a member of the House Permanent Committee on Intelligence. However, around that time, Fang abruptly fled the U.S. as the FBI was honing in. But unlike Fang, whose communications with the consulate came under scrutiny, Hoffman asserted that there were likely more who have zero links to, and many more who have zero links to any officials. No, they don't. You're right, Joe. But see, this is what I'm saying. I like what my man said, veteran. Asians are hot. I was compromised too. They are. I mean, they are. They are beautiful women now. I ain't gonna lie. They are. Just that, like I said, they're very slender. So, they don't appeal to a lot of, like I said, Black Americans and a lot of Latino Americans. But they appeal to a lot of white Americans. And not to mention in China, and I was told by this, by me being in the military, in China, they are programmed that white men in the US of A are considered men of power. So that's why a lot of times when they send them over here, that's the first thing they want them to gravitate to, because that's just what their culture has taught them. Now, is that true? Not necessarily, because we already seen it's all walks of life that has power. But yeah, it's a lot going on. Oh yeah, they are. They for simps. We already talked about this. They are for simps. Like I said before, they going after men who do not get a lot of. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they get them. I'm sorry, guys. I got to calm it down. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know that. There's a lot of men who do not get a lot of play. So okay, that's what I'm doing. They get a lot of play. So that's why they do what they do. I mean, it's sad but true, and everything else. She's about to go live, guys. So either way it goes. I would not be surprised. There is more people being compromised as we speak because this is. See you later, sweetie. This is an ongoing problem. Now, the goal is to become a trusted individual with who the target can share information. The spy here would have to want it to learn everything she could about his personality, every little detail of his leadership style to build a profile. Huffman said the idea here is to latch on to someone like a Swalwell when they are junior and make contacts. It is much harder to do that than anyone else. She's doing a lot. It's much harder to do that when someone is already big and well known. This spy recognized that. Birds of a feather. All right, let's get back to chats. My man said birds of a feather should fly together, and you're right. I mean, these are all facts. I mean, we see what's going on, guys. These women are not crazy. They are out here choosing the most junior, the most easiest people that they can deal with because they already know that they are easy to manipulate, and they are going to continue to do that. And right now, I hate to say this, but the Democratic Party that I see that we got with us with our government right now, with no togetherness, recklessness, and all of the above, we are in trouble, guys. We are in we are in trouble. This does not sound good at all. Does not sound good at all. Now, I'm quite sure that the Chinese are spending a lot of money. I say a lot of money on trying to make this program successful because if they're doing it this way, you know they are. All right, let me see. Can y'all see me in the chats? Try to make sure y'all can see me in the chats. All right, let me see. Let me see if y'all can see me in the chat. Try to make sure I get y'all. I don't want to lose anybody. All right. Try to make sure y'all can see me in the chat. Because it seems like my chat, my stream is a little choppy. Let me see where we at. Let's see. Notifications. Oh Lord. Okay. Trying to see if y'all can see me. All right. Okay, y'all can see me. All right, that's good. Okay. Let's make it sure. I don't know. I just can't connect tonight for some reason. My stream is acting really ridiculous right now on my end because I'm trying to monitor everything on my other phone to make sure y'all can see me. Uh, this is not good. This report is not good at all, guys. I mean, this is bad. It is really bad. Now, they go on to say that the females who are employed in this tactic place themselves in a position where they come into contact with the target individual. The target almost always a male, but there have been some instances of females also falling the prey to this. Now, this is from the U.S. intelligence officer. The goal is to get the target into a compromising position, usually with photos or video evidence of their indiscretion. Now, Wilbur underscored that married men are most often the targets, but at one point, homosexual behavior was also targeted and used against individuals. And you know, they probably went away from the homosexual part because now we live in a society now where everything is fluid gender. They know that the U.S. is a fluid gender, pro LGBTQ plus country. So they know that the homosexual activity isn't going to fly anymore. That's just common in the U.S. So what they're going to do now is they know that the biggest scandals are the married men. You know, these are the men that out here supposed to be faithful to the wife, and they got this Chinese Asian girl on the side, and they got pictures of this stuff. Next thing you know, you got these guys spending money, doing all kind of stuff to keep these secrets from coming out. So this is about to be crazy. I mean, we about to see some crazy situations we are not prepared for when it comes to this Chinese spy stuff. Now, let's see what else. See what else they're talking about. So, with that coming out, let me ask y'all this. We done seen that we got California has a representative that was messing with Christina Fang Fang. We got Hunter and Joe Biden dealing with China for business. We got John Ossoff in uh, Georgia got business ties with China, but will not tell it the actual depth of what it comes from. So I need to know from you guys, do you think we have a security, national security issue with China? I mean, I need to know y'all thoughts. Do you think we do? All right, let me see if I can get this. I'm trying to get this where. All right, hold on, guys. I'm trying to get it where I can get more. All right, do you think we got a security issue with China? I need to know what y'all think. Do we have a security issue with China? Because national security is very important to us as patriots, as people. And right now, it ain't looking so good. It ain't looking good at all. We got people out here lying left and right, saying they don't have no ties with China or being very vague with China. I feel like this. I feel like we do have a security problem. I feel like our security problem is to the point of the matter that when we got politicians that do not want to divulge what's going on with foreign nationals, and we got all of these foreign nationals out here choosing all these politicians, we got some issues going on. We got a lot of major issues. We got issues that we need to do something about immediately, or it is going to be bad, real bad. And yeah, this is not good, guys. This is not good at all. This is not good at all. This is real bad, really, really bad. Should not have this type of situation. You're right, Steak. It is the same old story of greed. It is the same old story of greed. That's all it is. I tell you, people thinking it's like 1949 China all over again. I mean, and then you got investment deals going on. There are Texas military base. We got that going on because you got Chinese doing stuff in Texas. I mean, I'm telling you. And then you got the you got Washington now saying they're gonna halt the LCC the LCC is gonna halt China Telecom U.S. operations because of what's going on. And by the way, Epic News is what y'all need to reach into. It is a paid subscription. It's like $1.99 a month, but it's worth it. They are conservative news. I'm not trying to promote them or anything, but they go all the way down the rabbit hole. They really do. And once again, it's been the same thing over and over. National security concerns. And I know people don't like to talk about foreign policy or think that it ain't worth the shit. But let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell you right now. You better get on board with foreign policy. You better learn it because it is important. When you got issues like we looking at right now with the American people, where we the people cannot trust our politicians, when we got them saying we don't need to be doing any kind of business with China or have anything with China in the US because there's a possibility that they're trying to find a way to spy. When you got a president that's got supposedly got elected, son and his whole family has been dealing with China. When you got California representative had an affair, a Chinese spy operative, and then you turn around and then you hear that now you got another politician that's trying to be a representative in Congress, has business ties with China. I better start learning about foreign policy real quick because I'm telling you now, it's about to get real. Like they said before, China's been wanting to own a piece of the U.S. for the longest. Mess around here, you wake up one morning, you're gonna be learning Chinese because they're not playing. And you got to remember, China ain't nobody to fuck with. Let me talk a little bit about China. If it's your first time blowing in the broadcast, China is so ruthless that they take their prisoners, the people that's serving time with them right now, and they go and they take these guys' organs by force, turns around and harvest these organs and sell them on the black market to get money. That's what they do. China is ruthless, bro. They ain't nobody to fuck with. You said who controls China? It's the Chinese Republic. It's a set of representatives, rich elite people. See, this is how China works. This is kind of crazy. China works a little different than our government. They got like 8 levels of government. They have in China, they have 8 levels society. They have the government. The government falls second. But there is what we call the elite that control the Hollywood or the gatekeepers are making everything all right. Well, then you have in China, they operate this way. They have the elite. They have that elite government officials that go out here and these guys, their whole agenda, their whole premise is to go out here and make sure that China stays within the laws of power. And there's the other thing about China. China is very, very much involved and they follow the 48 laws of power. If you ever read that book, you need to read it. This is how a lot of people in war Study 48 Laws of Power. That's exactly how China um, operates. And they like to keep their enemy close. I think so, Kimberly. I mean, I'm not really a super religious person, but I really feel like that we are looking at the end of the world because we got situations like this. We have a we got our politicians lying. We have um, the enemy doing everything they can to try to gain all kind of information from these politicians who's being naive or giving them stuff because they want money and greed. And at the end of the day, I feel like that the U.S. is being sold up the river. I mean, it's just facts, man. I mean, it's just facts. I mean, look at what we got going on right now. The first thing that Joe Biden had said, if he's officially in office, he is to undo the trade deal. I mean, that's just being real, man. It's being real. Trying to see what else. Let me give y'all a rundown of China's government. Give me 1 second, because I know y'all asked who runs China. So let me do that. I mean, excuse me. Let me look that up again. China social class. All right, I'm back, guys. So, like I said before, China has seven, 9 levels of social class. Now, I'm gonna read it from the bottom to the top, so y'all can get an understanding of how China works. So you can get an idea of how they do things. So tier 9 is the destitute. Now, the destitute are the long-term unemployed urban residents, impoverished peasants, and far-flung rural areas. There are 100 million people who are part of this. Okay, 100 million, because you got to. This is out of a billion people in this country. Now, the destitute is equal to in our U.S. is what we call the people that live in poverty in the hood. They live part trash, that stuff. Now, the second class, the underclass, that's tier 8. These are migrant workers in sweatshops, ordinary peasants. There are probably 400 million who can be considered tier 8. Those in tier 8 can eke out a living of their own. Again, these are the people that's the upper part of the hood, as we call it. The people that's in the hood, working every day, trying to get out of it. All right. Then there's tier 7. This is the marginalized. These are ordinary factory workers, owners of moms and pop shops. These are urban residents with odd jobs, wealthy peasants. There are probably 500 million people who can be considered tier 7. Those in tier 7 have the means to subsist in the medium to large Chinese cities. Now, these are the people that are barely getting into the middle class area. These are the marginalized. They just get into the middle class. That's how they do it. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me handle something right quick. I ain't ignoring nobody because we gonna keep talking about this. I gotta do one more thing. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Trying to answer this question. Give me 1 second. Do one more thing. I am, man. I'm about to come back on in a minute. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to handle some business. I had to stop. All right, I'm back. I had to make sure. I try to make sure the wifey got some. I'll try to make sure she had some views right quick. So, getting back to the rest of the story, like I said, y'all share the broadcast. 'Cause I'm trying to get more people in the building. If you on, definitely share it on your on social media, Facebook, or any people on Twitch. Trying to get more people in the building, more people in the building, because the more the better. Give me 1 second here. All right, now tier six. Getting back to this, these are the called the squeeze. They are ordinary civil citizens, white collar workers, ordinary doctors, lawyers, and engineers, modestly successful small business owners. There are probably 200 million to 300 million out of a billion people that you consider tier six. Those in tier six have social mobility to ascend to tier five or up to tier four. So this is why a lot of the Chinese try to come from China over to the US, because even them being a doctor or a lawyer over there, they still low on the totem pole with society. They're not even considered high. You know, we got three classes. We got the poor, the middle class, and the rich. Now there is some subclasses in between those, but usually that's the only three we in America has. It's not how it works in China. China does everything by steps. Now there's tier five. This is the very comfortable. These are the mid-level party cadres with power over certain pockets of local policy. Now, these are what they call the people that are what we call city councilmen and, and people that make like the sheriffs and stuff like that. They consider tier five. They consider tier five in China. Okay, they considered the comfortable. Um, they successful the small and medium sized business owners, the university professors, mid managers, of large corporations, reputable doctors, lawyers, and engineers. Third, you're an engineer, you automatically go up to tier five. These are probably 100 million people who can consider tier five. Members of tier five have control over their careers. You heard that? They have control. This is when China says you get some control. It's how the communist system works. Tier four, this is the privileged. These are the municipal or county level party heads, prominent university professors, owners of medium to large size companies, top managers at large corporations, well known doctors and lawyers, famous writers, and celebrities. They are about probably 5 million to 10 million of those in China who can be considered tier four. Now, those in tier four have ties to the ruling class, as do further up the chain. So basically, on tier four, if you're a celebrity, that in China, that what you would be. That's mean these basketball players that go overseas and play for China, they're tier four. That's what they are. Now we're talking to tier three. These are the power brokers. These are the ministers and provincial level heads with less power, owners of top companies. Okay, these are the elite. There are about 4,000 to 5,000 of these people in the whole entire China that have that type of power. Okay, now this is the one I was telling y'all about. Tier two. These are the big wigs. These are the people that makes the decision in China. Okay, these are the people that are considered the ministers, the retired political bureau members, the tycoons, the bankers. There are only 200 people in China with that kind of power. Members of Tier 2 have direct influence on national policy making. Again, they're like your congressmen and your representatives in the U.S. And then there's the head honchos. These are the current members of the Communist Party. They're a subcommittee. They'll set the agendas. They're the one that got the pass to regard and approve these policies. They the one that you don't never see. They're behind the scenes. There are about 30 of those people in China. These are one that goes to the US after the little man, the second guy on tier two, done went to talk to the president. If he don't like what the president say, or the president tell him something, let's say they usually send the second guy, right, to talk to the president. That's the tier two people. If the president say something, tier two know that it ain't gonna be good. He's the one that got to report back to head honcho. Hey man, this is what the president's saying about this trade. That's when the head honchos, more than one, will come try to put that pressure to talk negotiation trade with President Trump, like they did earlier last year. And that's when they learned real quick earlier this year that Trump wasn't trying to hear that shit. I don't give a damn how many people you send over. This is what we gonna do. This is how it's gonna rock. So that's how it works. This is where they're trying to turn America. They're trying to turn America into more tiers, like China. Because in China, everything is in their own class. You nobody step out their class in China. I'm being real talk. I'm being real serious. In China, nobody steps out of their class. They scared to. They already know. They already know what it is. They gotta stay in their class, man. That's why China don't play games with people. Real fucking talk. China is nobody to fuck with. So this you got a little education of what we're facing. This is the type of leadership we soon are going to be under. And if we're not careful, guys, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. That's why we got to stand up like we are now. Because this shit's getting serious. We got politicians running around here not being honest about things. And we got China behind the scenes causing all kinds of havoc. And at the same time, they're working on super soldiers. Now, y'all think that's crazy, but y'all think about this. We've talked about this a long time ago. And I told y'all that last broadcast that there's always been talk about super soldiers. Because if you can get people that could destroy all by themselves, why not? So that's why you guys got to be careful. Definitely be careful. So while I'm got y'all in here tonight, I'm gonna finish up talking about the in fact dude. I'm sorry I didn't talk about this case because I know he got arrested. What's going on, Hakalante? But I am going to talk about the in fact leader charges because I know a lot of people been asking me, man, why ain't you talked about that? Because I'm really doing pretty good. I really don't. like talking about this jackass, but I think that I'd be less of a patriot not to expose the idiot that he's in. So Grandmaster Jay, who don't know if he's a rapper or a wannabe fucking um militant, who's the head of the self-proclaiming group not fucking around, is facing state charges in Kentucky, accused of pointing a gun at Louisville Metro Police officers. Now, this is dude's name is fucking retarded. John Fitzgerald Johnson, who goes by Grandmaster J. Damn boy, he sound like a damn white like a white supremacist. Excuse my expression with that Grandmaster J shit. Is the head of the Not Fucking Around Coalition, or NFAC. Now, court documents Johnson is facing 5 counts of wanton endangerment for allegedly pointing an AR-15 style rifle at the Louisville Metro Police Department September the 4th, the day in fact was protested downtown. Now, he's supposed to be arraigned on December 18th at 1 p.m. Now, I'm quite sure he's still in jail. I heard a lot of people saying that uh, that they targeted him now and stuff like that. Why did they wait so long? Well, they probably waited so long because it was a political move. You know, they had all these politics. Now, I don't know how many years he's facing. Somebody said 25 years. Let me see if I'm right. Because somebody said he was facing 25 years. Let me make sure I'm correct. 'Cause I don't want to lie to y'all guys. Yeah, he's facing 20 years in prison for what he did. Now, they're trying to say that they're trying to get him a defense team and money up. And I'm shocked because I thought y'all supposed to be an organization. I thought y'all had money set aside. Why y'all got to get fundraisers for his money? I get it. Y'all ain't no damn organization. Y'all full of shit. So anywhere it goes, that's what's going on with that guy. Now, Cynthia Johnson, I talked about her today. She's been stripped of all her rights as a lawmaker right now in the state of Michigan. This is a woman that represents Detroit on the panel with um, Rudy Giuliani. She had the nerve, but this is how it went down. Okay, so after she had did her little over the top scene with President Trump, she gets all these threatening messages. Now, let me tell y'all something. Like I said in the prior video, I don't support anyone making racial statements against anybody of any color. And there was some racial statements. It was proven, it was being confirmed by the FBI. People said they were going to burn a cross in the yard. People said that they were going to, you know, hang her, all kind of shit. But what Cynthia is getting chastised by me is how she went with alcohol in her hand on on a Facebook Live and decided to threaten Trump supporters, telling her soldiers, you know what to do. Now she claimed the soldiers were people who fight against racism and they wasn't gonna do no harm. Bullshit. If you know good and damn well you live in Detroit, you support BLM, you know you BLM women love to put in these young black men and a lot of these black men head that you're supposed to fight for your black queen. So go out here and be ignorant, do something stupid. You gonna have these guys put their life in danger, running up on patriots who are well within their right. They carry guns, and will be quick to shoot your ass to have somebody lose their child in cold blood. And then when that happens, you be the first. You didn't do that. It wasn't your fault. And then you want to put the blame on the Trump supporter when you entice them with that type of fucking fuckery. So after she made this threat, the GOP wasn't having it because that was her first mistake was. She was in a district where a lot of Republicans are in power. And they just told her, you are stripped. Don't be talking. This is what it is. And after this happened, she still wouldn't admit her wrong and wouldn't apologize. Democrats, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but y'all need to get it together, man. Y'all gonna mess right around here. Y'all ain't gonna have no party. We gonna have all you people. Cause people get tired of the stupidity. Listen, if somebody do something against you racist and the FBI involved, shut the fuck up, let the FBI do their job. If you can't do that, then guess what? I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you don't need to be in a position of power. But do I feel sorry for you get stripped of power? No, I don't. Do I think it was wrong what happened to you with people being racist? Yes, I do. But at the same time, you can't be stupid. Exactly, state. You pay the price. You open your pay damn price. Well, that's it for me tonight, guys. I love you guys so much. I appreciate y'all again. Donate to my Cash App. My wife's GoFundMe for possible multiple sclerosis diagnosis. It's on Twitter. I'm gonna get off here and enjoy the rest of this night. Love you guys. Be safe. I'm out. If you like this broadcast, please do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit like button. Go ahead on, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell up top. Also, too, share this broadcast. Follow your boy on all platforms. That's right. Follow me on all forms. And if you can, donate to the Cash App. $ Joshua Joel Davis. Any amount be appreciative. This is what keep your boy independent and keep me in business. Also, go into my description on this broadcast too and check out my merchandise. That's right, man. I got merchandise for patriotism for days. Love you guys.